Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Almost Saturday podcast coming to you pre-Halloween. Don't be scared. Come on in. We got a good episode for you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to the Almost Saturday podcast. Episode 47? Is that it? 47. Getting on up there. I am your host, Brad Colbert, or better known in the gaming circles as Texas Tangler. If you have not already done so, we'd like you to go on to our Facebook and give us a like. Follow us on Twitter. That's at Almost Saturday. Subscribe to us on iTunes and leave us a review. Leaving us a review really helps us out, so please do so. Stream our episodes on Google Play Music. Find us on the TuneIn app. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Any questions, comments? You want to contribute to the topics box? Send us an email, almosthalfway1@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment on our Facebook page, or you can tweet us. For anything and everything, the Almost Saturday Podcast, head on over to thealmostsaturdaypodcast.com. And we might be joined by Chris later, but he's a little busy at the moment, so we're not going to get to him just yet. We're going to skip on over to this man, and I'm pretty sure you know who he is when I cue up that song. Finger waving like a fool. And some of you know him as Johnson. He is Traffic Cop of the Year 2005. He is a card-holding member of the cleanup crew, an official toilet flusher of the International Space Station. Joining me at this time, he is my co-host, The Biz, Justin Bailey.
Hey, how's it going? It's been a long week. Glad it's almost the weekend, though. That it's...
Hey for the weekend.
I'm glad it's almost Saturday. He said it.
We need something to play whenever somebody says the name of the show.
Oh, like the word of the day.
Something.
Yeah.
Kind of like when you say the name of that one game. You know what it is?
Destiny?
Destiny.
Well, Chris is dealing with some stuff and...
Some automotive issues. Man,
Yeah.
It's like I had it, he had it.
Shh.
I think you're on deck. Stop it.
Find some wood.
There you go. Don't jinx it.
Yeah. So I didn't really... we're going to talk about some video games on in the show. We got some college football as usual. Got video games. I don't know. You got any movies you want to discuss?
Nah.
But before we get into, the stuff we want to talk about, I got a video game story that I kind of want to discuss, and I kind of already told you a little bit about the story.
Okay.
As you know, I don't know if I brought this to the show, but I got a new television, a 4K TV, about a month ago at Best Buy. So at Best Buy, for those of you that don't know, if you have a Reward Zone account, you don't have to pay for anything. You don't have to have a credit card or anything. You just sign up and you get points for your purchases. So I put the purchase on the Reward Zone account, and I'd forgotten that I did that. And I got an email that said, hey, you got a $70 gift certificate waiting on you whenever you're ready. Okay, cool. Also, I had picked up Battlefield earlier in the week. So Battlefield was going to be the only game that I bought for maybe about a month.
Yeah.
And I was going to maybe pick up another game or, just however the cards fell. Mm-hmm. So got Battlefield. And then when I got Battlefield, they said, oh, by the way, if you buy Battlefield, you get $20 off Titanfall 2. And I questioned them. I said, nice. $20?
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking they accidentally said $20 and meant 20%.
Yeah, right.
So they're like, yeah, $20 as long as you buy it within 30 days of its release.
Wow.
Okay, so, well, I guess I'm getting Titanfall.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
that being said, I got Battlefield, and then I said, okay, well, I guess I'm getting Titanfall at that point. Then I received the email about the $70 gift certificate. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm getting Gears now. So I go to Best Buy, and I have my child with me, and I'm thinking it's going to be a run in and run out. Just pick up the game and then leave. It wasn't. I get the game and go to the register and hand him the game, hand him my gift certificate, thinking that a $65 game with tax would be covered with a $70 gift certificate.
Yeah.
You know,
Pretty close.
if you have $15 worth of goods and you hand them a 20 in cash, that normally covers something. So they tell me that doesn't work. I have to have $70, or the way they worded it made me think that I needed to get something else in order to not lose the money. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I don't want to lose the money, because the game was actually $45.
Sale.
It was on sale.
Already?
I walk over and I'm looking at the movies, and I'm thinking about getting a kid's movie for my child. And then I see Finding Dory comes out November 15th, and I'm thinking, okay, well, I'll just pre-order that. You know, most places allow you to do pre-orders. Okay, so it's like $15 and the remainder of money, I'll just put it on a pre-order.
Yeah.
Get back to the register, and the cashier says, yeah, you can do that, but you got to go over to customer service. Okay, fine, I'll go over there. The guy rings it up, and after he gets it rang up, he realizes that I can't do that in store. I have to go online, put it in a cart, and not only put the movie that I want to pre-order in a cart, but I have to put the game that I'm buying in store. I have to put that in a cart and have it sent to the store for store pickup, because it all needs to be on one order to use that $70 gift certificate.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm like, dude, that is way too much work for me right now.
No.
With my child in my arm.
Right.
And she's getting irritated.
Yeah.
Can you not work with me here? Can you not put the remainder on a gift certificate and then turn around and pre-order it? I mean, there's something you can do here.
Yeah, there is.
Some way you can make this work for me.
Yeah.
There's not.
No, I'm sorry, sir.
I'm like, okay, well then I will eat the money here. Just give me the game for the $70 gift certificate.
Right.
I don't care. We can't do that. It has to be $70 worth of goods before we can accept the transaction. Are you kidding me?
I know, right?
I'm like, at that point, I said to the cashier, well, do whatever you have to do. Make my total $70.
Yeah.
I wasn't being angry. I wasn't being rude to him.
Right. Yeah.
But I said,
you're just like, come on, man.
I'm like, I don't care what you have to do, but make it $70. So he did. And what he ended up doing was actually a nice thing. I'll give him that. I didn't realize that he did this until actually today, when I saw my email that it came in. What he did was he subscribed me to the Best Buy Gamers Club Unlocked, and that gives you 20% off of games brand new, 10% off used games, and 10% towards trade-ins. So, I mean, that's what, I think you're a member of that, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
How much is that worth?
I paid $30 for it, and you get 20% off new games.
Right. So
it's pretty good.
I got Gears of War, that, and a warranty on Gears of War. So I walked out the door paying $1. And I'm like, I didn't realize that that's what he was doing, because I didn't really look at my receipt. And I was a little irritated that I had to walk out the door paying $1 for a game that I thought I was going to get for no money.
Pay anything, yeah.
But it ended up being a good deal, I guess, because I got the membership.
It's for 2 years too, so.
Is it for 2 years?
$30, yeah. It used to be, I want to say like $100, $99 a year or something like that. So, and then they dropped it for some reason. And I was like, oh, because I didn't know it was going to be permanent. So I was like, oh, I'm going to get this. Might as well. It's only 30. And I mean, it's been.
But you don't buy disc games, though.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm like, do I want to get this on disc, or do I want to digitally buy it? And it just depends. I mean, I kind of wish it would apply to like Xbox gift cards. That'd be nice. But, or like, you know how you can buy those digital cards?
Yeah.
I wish it would apply to that.
Does it not? I mean, does it explicitly say that?
I think so. I would think that would be excluded.
It's a new game.
Tried.
So that was a fun experience for me. I thought about taking the game back and getting a movie with the game. This was before I realized I was in the members club.
Right.
So I thought about taking the game back, brand new in the package, getting a game or a movie on the receipt.
Yeah.
Then turning around with the movie, coming back when Dory came out.
Yeah.
And then just saying, okay, I want to give me the money back for this.
Yeah.
And I want to buy Dory now.
Right.
I'm fine with the way it is now.
It's one of those things where you kind of want to set up your Best Buy points to like not auto.
I have them set up at 20, but I guess since I got the
You
TV,
got a bunch. It just put it all together. Yeah.
yeah.
It's high noon.
Justice reigns from above.
Killing spree. Multi-core! Unfriggin' believable.
This is amazing.
Wow!
Guess we'll go ahead and lead off with video games since I started with that. So when I installed Gears of War today, I went ahead and looked at my updates. Since I'm more of a disc-based gamer, I looked at my updates, and I also don't leave my Xbox set to always on.
Right.
I checked for updates, and I also saw on there that there were 2 games or 2 items that were ready for download. And I looked at it, and I thought, what 2 games do I have ready for download?
Yeah.
It's got to be backwards compatible stuff. So I looked at it, and it was Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel.
Yeah. The Handsome Jack collection or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, why is this in there?
Yeah.
I know I've played and I've owned Borderlands 2 before, but why would it be picking up
All
that?
of a sudden.
And I've never played the
Right.
pre-sequel.
Yeah.
So that's when I texted you about that, and I looked it up, and it said, one site said that it was a free play weekend,
Yeah, I saw that.
and then another one said that they don't know why it is.
It's an error, allegedly.
So I left my Xbox on to download all the updates and download that,
Yeah.
hopefully just to keep it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that when that crap happens, they can pull the game back from you because, like, you know, they don't have a record of you buying it. So
I don't
they just
know.
be like, "Psh, no.
You know, whenever you,
But Microsoft's big enough to where they would be like, "Well, whatever."
just like when Destiny, you know,
Yeah.
whenever those
Pre-orders.
pre-order bonuses were
Yeah.
leaked out,
Yeah. They just showed up.
they still get leaked out to people. You know, Smith played
really?
the game, and he hadn't played since, I don't even know, way back
Yeah.
months ago.
Yeah.
And I was telling him about that, and I was like, oh man, it was so cool. We got all this stuff from the Legendary Edition or the Collector's Edition or whatever it
Yeah.
was. We got all the upgrades and stuff, shaders and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he went to the tower, and he's like, oh, you mean this stuff? I'm like, you still get it? They haven't patched it yet?
Yeah. You think that.
I guess they don't care about it.
Well, I guess now, since Rise of Iron came out, it doesn't matter anymore. But
But if I was one of the people that paid money for that,
I know, I'd be kind of mad.
I would be mad.
Dude, I could have just waited. Yeah.
So speaking of,
Destiny.
how far are you light level wise?
Light level wise, I am 366, I think, or 367.
I'm sorry.
I gotta go. Gotta leave.
I'm going to have to turn that off till you can get your light level up.
No, don't mute me!
You got to get your light level up before you can talk to me.
That's not fair. Come on.
I am a 372.
I'm a 372 Warlock Void Walker.
No, Titan.
Boy, you're still sticking with Defender, huh?
I am, because
You
that
haven't
bubble
maxed it
saves
out
my
yet?
life.
Yeah, true. It does.
I've maxed all of them out.
Oh, okay. It does come in handy, like when we're fighting the Wretched Eye Strike.
I think I'm the only one that uses it.
Yeah,
So,
it works.
and then whenever people go down and I go to
just pop it
revive them,
over
I'm
on
like, and then go to revive.
it works. I mean, it keeps them out for at least a little bit.
And then when you play the Warsat strike,
Oh yeah,
it gives you at least about a minute
yeah.
because you're being protected by your bubble.
And they won't come into it for some reason.
They will.
It's like the
The Taken will. If you get the Taken on the Warsat, oh my gosh.
That's right. They do come in there.
That is,
Aren't they blind in there though, or something?
I don't know.
I forget.
But if I get taken on the Warsat strike, if I don't have good players with that, I normally just quit out.
Oh yeah, nope.
Because I'm all about helping some people,
Yeah,
but I have to really know you, or
not a Randy.
it's not a Randy. There you
Right.
go.
Yeah.
Me and Blake were playing, and I was higher than Blake, and there would be people coming in on the strike playlist. I would be, for instance, maybe a 350. Wait, the strike place is 350. Let's say I'm a 360. So I'm way above. He was a 340. So I'm helping him try to get up.
Yeah, right.
For some reason, when I was playing with him, that third person would always be like a 320
That's weird. Why are they even playing that?
because they want somebody
To
to
carry
backpack them
Yeah.
through.
But you can't do it to two people, you know?
Yeah.
Can't
That's
carry
exactly.
two.
That's my point. I'm trying to help my friend here.
Yeah.
I don't need you
Yeah,
on my
go
back
away.
also. I'm all about helping people, but I can't, we're not going to get through
Right.
if there's two people that are lower than the recommended light level.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There was this one time where some guy, because Blake likes to invite people to the party. That's fine. This one guy I didn't know because it doesn't warn me when people are coming into the party.
Oh, really? Okay.
Blake was like, why is it doing that? And I was just getting frustrated. So I was like, what did I say? I said something to the effect of, because people just like to mooch on people. That's why. And the guy just joined the party and he said, geez, sorry.
Oh, that'd been funny if he was like, geez, sorry, and left.
No, he didn't leave.
That'd been funny.
He's actually, the guy that I said it to is actually on my friends list now.
Oh, okay.
It's the guy that we played the raid with.
Okay. Mooching.
I mean, that's just how I felt. You just want to join, play the other strike. I did it.
Yeah.
I didn't have anybody to play with, so I played the lower level strikes.
You'll rank up eventually. Because they just want the fast way.
I mean, I do too, but I only did that when I had people that I was playing with.
Right. Yeah. If you're going in solo, then you're like, or matchmaking solo, then you're gonna play the playlist that works for you. Why would you want to go in and beat yourself up?
I mean, you're not even going to be able to do anything. You're just going to be able to sit back and get revived the whole time.
Yeah, that's annoying.
I mean, I've done that. I've done that with people that I know, and then it's not really fun.
Yeah, it's not.
So I'm raid ready, I guess. I think that 370 is just the recommended. That you probably want to be about 380 is what I'm hearing
to like make good progress. Yeah.
So you guys
actually
need to
do damage,
catch up,
get your rank up.
Yeah, and we need some more people. And as I mentioned, I picked up Battlefield, got it installed, but I haven't played it yet.
The campaign is pretty awesome. Like the way they have it set up is
so
the single player is really good.
I heard it's really personal.
Yeah, it's like individual stories from World War One. It's just weird, like because that was like 100 years ago, almost exactly 100 years ago. Their tanks didn't work. Like they'd have to like beat the crap out of them to get it to work, and like their planes were like the Zeppelins were insane. Like how big they were, I was just like, wow. And like it's just a big bag of
hot air.
It is like hydrogen, almost like pure hydrogen, I think, or something like that. Whatever the Hindenburg had. And I'm just like one mission you have to like the Germans are like invading London with 2 Zeppelins, and you just basically just shoot the crap out of it. And the whole time you're shooting it, it's like, I was like, man, this thing would be like dead by now, but I mean, it's a game, so a little bit of challenge, but I was just like, and I kept crashing into it because I was trying to get close enough to shoot at it, but then I wouldn't pull up in time. So
is there any co-op in the campaign?
I thought there was, but I'm not sure.
I mean, I'm still going to play it.
Yeah.
I bought it.
Yeah, the single player is good. Like if you just want to take a break from multiplayer, yeah. It's good. I've only beaten 2 of the stories, so.
So is it like that trailer that I watched or the playthrough that I really like? Is it every time you die you get a little personal?
It's just single player. That was a single player trailer.
I mean, but anytime you die in single player, it
pops up with their date of birth or their
and life. It's a different person every time.
Well, that one is the intro mission, and basically you play a different character, like as the Germans advance and you get overrun, you like get killed and then you go to another guy like automatically because it's just showing you different things in the game.
Okay.
But every time you die, it's that person and it's like born and dead. That's crazy. But I did have, I mean, in one mission, like the stories, you're playing as like one guy and it was the tank driver dude. And I swear, like I got killed and it said like 1890 something to whatever, 1918. And then I got killed. Like I got back in the game and I got killed on accident again. And it said 1890 something to 1917. I'm like, wait, you just said 1918 before. what are you changing? So I don't know if it's like real.
So here's another pressing question that's very important. When you use gas, does it affect your own team?
Every time I think about it, I'm like, oh, I need to do that, test it real quick. But I never get around to doing it. I don't think so. It affects you if you run through it.
I don't care if it kills my own team.
But you want it to be like hazy for
yes.
them? Like they have to put their masks on?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe it does because there'll be sometimes when I go through a gas cloud and and I won't take any damage, but I'll get like blurry and I have to put my mask on. But then like there's other times where I don't know if it's I stayed in it too long without the mask that it starts killing me, or that's a good point. I need to try that.
That's how World at War was.
Yeah.
If you stayed in it
But
too
you would
long, it would
get
start killing you. But
Yeah.
I mean, if you were just kind of sitting there for a little bit, it would just make your screen blurry and you'd start coughing and your screen would start shaking.
Yeah. Huh. I need to try that. Somebody in my squad would be like, hey, does this hurt you?
When we first started doing that, we started doing it to this one person on our team, that this guy named Shock that we played with. It was one of his friends, and we didn't really know him. We just started throwing gas, and he kept going, "Who's throwing the smoke?" we all had to like start muting our mics because we were
trying
laughing.
not to laugh, yeah.
And he went probably for about an hour, not knowing.
That it was y'all.
Kept saying, "Who keeps throwing this smoke?"
Oh my God.
Makes me really want to play World at War just to.
It's backwards
Do that.
compatible now.
And I still have
Just
it just
Taven
for that
gas.
purpose. I didn't get rid of it.
Oh yeah, I still have it too. Oh. Wonder if anybody plays it still.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Just
You
for
got
the
those people
Taven
that are
gas.
like, I'm good at this game.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not gonna upgrade.
I'm better than anybody at this game.
Yeah, because I'm the only one that plays it. Yeah, they're like Prestige 100 or whatever.
So, like I said, I also got Gears, but I'm going to be off work for half the week on Thanksgiving and then 2 weeks for Christmas. So,
Nice.
got the library of games that I'm
Stack
going to
'em
go through.
up. Yeah, I pre-ordered Titanfall, and it's downloaded, ready to go. Should be unlocked in an hour. But yeah, IGN's review, they're doing the review in progress, but they do a thing now where it's like, if I had to score it now, I'd give it a blah, blah, blah. And they give it a 9.
I
and they've only-
purposefully don't even read those.
I know, I usually don't either, but I was curious because everyone was talking about the single player being like this, it's awesome. Yeah, so like they didn't really play multiplayer because the servers aren't on yet. But I mean, the single player I guess technically the single player got 9 out of 10. So I think that's pretty good. I'll report back next week with that. But it sounds like they fixed all the issues that I had with it during the alpha, beta, blah 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 test or whatever technical test. I don't know what they call it, but yeah, as long as it's like that fast pace, running around, doing crazy shit, then I'll be fine with it.
Something that I heard in the beta that I wasn't really a big fan of was they nerfed the rodeo.
Yeah, something like that.
That was
yeah.
one of my favorite things.
I know, that was so fun.
Because you could sneak up on people and just blow them up.
Yeah, you get out, you're like your huge, like, not the shotgun, but it was one of those. It wasn't a rocket launcher. It was something big that it was a tank killer, right, or a Titan killer or something.
It's been
forget.
so long.
But yeah,
it's like 2 years since I played that game.
Oh, because you know how you get like a primary, secondary, and then like a Titan killer gun.
Yeah,
I think it was one of those, and like you just like it was one of those charge ones where you hold it and like shoot it into their brain, and it would just like drain their health.
I got fairly decent at doing that.
Yeah,
'Cause you had to like keep pushing the button and do it really quick to climb up and do it. Mm-hmm. And I a lot of times lost my Titan fairly quickly,
right?
Because I mean, most shooters I'm not as good at them in multiplayer, and I would get on the rodeo and just piss people off.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
and then when they eject, you go up with them and shoot them in the air.
That was fun. So I don't know. Don't take that away.
I know. I hope. See, I didn't try the rodeo on them, but so I don't know for sure. But I have, since there's so many different Titans, I have a feeling there's different countermeasures. Because like really the only one you had was the smoke with the electricity in it.
What? So there's not just 3 anymore?
There's like 6 or something. They kind of Call of Duty their own game, but
well, they are the Call of Duty guys.
yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I don't even. I think it's 6. It might be more than that. I don't know, but they are doing no paid DLC. So
that's cool. The first one, it was fun, but it seemed like it lacked just. I don't know. It just lacked.
Like keep holding your attention.
Yeah.
Well, see, the good thing about it was that. I mean, really, it was really the only game out for Xbox at the time. I mean, you still had like stuff that was ported over from 360.
Yeah, it was.
But it was really the first one. Yeah.
But I mean, I guess it was good at the time. But even then, playing it towards maybe after first month or two,
Yeah, it kind of
just
dropped
felt-
off. Yeah.
I was just like, I don't know. It just needed a little bit more
Yeah. And like I couldn't ever like,
because prestiging wasn't
it was just like,
enough
whatever. Yeah.
to keep my attention.
Right.
And the way they did prestiging was kind of annoying because you had to not only just get to the point and then level up past it, you had to do certain things.
Oh, yeah.
You had to get kills in
God.
certain ways. And
Yeah. I got stuck on Smith beat me by like a couple of games on that. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. That was that. I mean, it was fun when they were easy challenges, but some of them were like ridiculous. Like kill 10 pilots in the air while you're in the air.
I don't like stuff like that. I
Yeah.
like things that I have to work for, but are achievable.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Not, well, I might get it this match.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I might get it this match, but I got to do it 10 times. So
Yeah.
it'll take me about 200 matches to get it.
Right. Yeah. Oh, my God. I remember that. Jeez. Yeah. So, not a new game, but a big update in the Division. Big update. Telling you. So, Nah. So, okay. So, I didn't play Diablo 3 when it first came out. Did you play it? You played on PC, right?
I bought that game 3 times.
But did you play it when it first came out on PC?
I did.
Did you? Because apparently, like getting loot was really hard or something, or it was kind of absurd. Kind of like how Destiny was at first and
See,
the Division.
I guess Diablo was one of my first games like that.
So you didn't really
So
know.
I didn't know the difference.
Okay.
It wasn't bad to me.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was fun.
So like everyone compares the Division to Diablo 3 as far as like the initial game was just like this is like it was ridiculously unachievable almost. Like you just had to do so much crap and it wasn't really balanced very I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was Diablo 2. I don't know. They were talking I keep seeing Diablo. I don't know. But anyways, they so with this one, you know, like everyone was complaining and I kind of was too. I was kind of getting fed up with it. But they had like this whole like they got a bunch of like top players together and like sat them in a room and it was trying to like get feedback and they actually sent out a survey that you could fill out about the game and like what you use, what you don't use and all this stuff. And then they had a public test server, but it was only for PC.
Well, okay. Before you go on, if you're talking to the people that play it a lot,
Right.
that's not really going to help you.
Right.
The people that you want to talk to are the people that went away from the game.
Yeah. So they talk to the top players, but they also talk to like in the subreddit, they talk to some of those people that had like these really detailed reasons why they don't like the game.
Okay.
So they got their feedback too. It's not like they were just like, oh, we need to go take these guys. And they flew them out to wherever their studio is and hosted them and all this stuff. And playing it seems like they got the message.
How are you already at the...
I'm at the cap,
How
and
are
I
you
didn't
at
have
the
to do
cap?
anything. I'm trying to look for like a definitive answer, but I'm pretty sure 229 is the top gear score, and that's what I have. So before, I think the gear score was like 240 or something, or like 250. So when they redid everything, 229 is the highest gear score that I can see as like, you know, I could buy something for 229. That's it. Like I don't see anything else.
Well, maybe without doing one of their raids.
Maybe. I don't know. The incursions might have more stuff, but I haven't even touched those. But yeah, so basically they've opened it up to where being out in the open world, like single player, they actually have those mob bosses in the streets now because they took them away for some reason. I don't know why. They have those and they like they recycle every 4 hours. And like, you know, they got the missions and challenges and all that crap. But, and they also have this new thing. It's called, they have like a tier system. So tier 1, it goes tier 1 through tier 4. Tier 4 is your like, it says recommended gear score 205 and up. And then like each increment below is like a certain thing area. So like whenever you're in a specific tier, and it tells you, I mean, it explains it clearly. Like if you play in tier 1, you're only going to get this high level thing, you know? So like if you play the top, you're going to get the top stuff. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like I was kind of worried because obviously the internet bitches about everything. And so when people were talking about the test servers, they were like, oh, 1 week it would be like extremely hard, like impossible. And then the next week would be way too easy. For me, like not being that great of a player at it, it's perfectly fine for me. Like it's not too hard. There's some parts that are hard, but it doesn't feel like that easy either because like the only concern that I have is that I'm trying to matchmake in the Underground DLC. I don't think you ever played that one.
No.
Yeah. So the Underground DLC is like the other end game thing. And yeah, so you can matchmake, but I'm in tier 4 and I'm trying to do challenging because I'm trying to just get Underground XP so I can get more stuff. And like I cannot matchmake with anybody. It takes forever. So I don't know if it's lack of players or if it's a bug, but I don't know. They got to fix that because like it'll be like, hey, yeah, we'll just play with 3 guys. That's fine. But we get into the challenging mode and it's like it's not hard, but like it eventually wears you down to where everybody dies. so like it's not easy enough that I can go like at first I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna beat challenging like because I played it not in 1.3 or whatever.
Right.
And it was like you'd have shotgunners on the other side of the map. They could kill you. Shotgunners. They fixed that, thankfully. But yeah, they like adjusted a bunch and like you actually get like rewards now. So like when you reach level 30, you know how in Destiny you get motes of light, like if you fill that bar up.
Yeah.
They have the thing now, it's kind of the same thing, but you get like a cache thing that you can open and it's got a random thing in it. But I mean, honestly, I think they did a pretty good job. They basically gave everybody what they wanted. The only thing is they haven't touched the Dark Zone. So that's kind of still like a free for all.
The Dark Zone was kind of a disappointment anyways.
They need to make a Dark Zone where it's PvE or PvP and just do it that way. So I don't know what they have in store for that, but they are going to do something with it. They didn't have time to do it for this update, but yeah. So
I'll eventually get back around to the Division.
Yeah, I just wanted to try it out because I was like, I want to see if it's worth it, and but now I'm like hooked on it. So yeah,
because I gave Destiny a huge break and came back around to it and love it now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The Division was fun at first, and
then it just wears you down. You're like, what's the point?
Yeah, I just kind of got tired of it.
Tired of being beaten down in the Dark Zone and all that crap.
I didn't really get into the Dark Zone that much. It was just lack of everybody else wanting to play it, really.
True, yeah. Everyone was like, oh, I don't want to play it.
And then when we got to play the incursions or whatever, everybody that we were paired up with that were randoms didn't know how to play it.
Right.
They just run out into the open.
Yeah.
We had a system going in that little pit.
Yeah.
And Randy Rando decided to go out to
be
left field.
Be the hero. Yeah, no.
I don't know what he was doing.
They made the one change they made to that incursion was every time you set off a bomb, it saves your progress. So you don't have to start all over again. I was like, well, where was that?
Well, see, that kind of cheapens it, though.
I mean, not really, because, I mean, it kind of got ridiculous. Maybe not after every C4, maybe like halfway it saves it. But, I mean, I'm saying, like, it does save it halfway. It does save it after every C4 plant, but maybe they should, like, spread it out a little bit more. I don't know. Just so you have, like, more, I don't know.
I think they need to do something other than just that's basically just a strike.
Right. It's not like an elaborate raid where you're...
Right, where you use mechanics and...
Right, yeah.
And you got to move to different areas after you've beaten an area. And
right.
I don't know. They just need to put some more work into their incursions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they apparently they opened up a new office somewhere, and it has like a code name that applies to the Division or something. I don't know. So I don't know if maybe that's like they're handing it off to some other team or I don't know, whatever.
So if you're new, or if you haven't made it to this part of the show before, we'd likes to talk about college football when you hear this song. Last week was pretty exciting for a modem.
Dude, turn your modem off.
So, first game that's on the list, I don't think it's on your list, but
It's on my list.
did you see BYU versus Boise State's fake punt?
No.
BYU tried
No.
to fake punt. It's like 4th and 15
What?
in their own end zone. They go for a fake punt.
I think I saw on Sports Center. I heard it in the background, but I didn't see it. Are you kidding me? What?
No.
Who thought of that? Oh, this is really going to trick them.
This is going to go over really well.
Oh, my God. You got to be kidding me.
I mean,
Were they losing?
I don't know. I mean, Boise State beat them by 1 point, but
Because of that? Maybe.
I'm pretty sure that had a big factor.
That's so...
But
Okay. What would possess you to do that? That's like a NCAA football game move that you would do.
yeah, that is video game play.
Against the AI.
Oh, they're not going to see this coming.
Man, I'm going to fake it.
Then, just going down the list here, Alabama versus Texas A&M. That
Thought Tamu was going to beat you, huh?
they played us pretty well.
Well, at first. Then they just gave up.
I don't know if they really gave
They
up.
didn't give up, but
They there was about 5 minutes that determined the game.
yeah.
Not 5 minutes consecutively,
Right.
but
Different plays.
about 5 minutes worth of plays that determined the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the plays was Alabama sacked. It was more of like just a strip. Trevor Knight stripped him of the ball.
Oh, I think I saw that one.
I was watching it live. I didn't even see him strip the ball.
Yeah.
I just see our defensive man running to the end zone.
Yeah.
I think it was Jonathan Allen. And I'm like, what just happened?
Yeah.
How did he get the...
Why is he still running?
How did the lineman get the ball?
Right. Did he rip it out?
He just kind of slapped it out of his hand.
Oh, okay. And then picked it up off the ground?
Yeah. So I saw an interesting little tidbit on Facebook. It says, question, how do you know if the defensive line is better than the offensive line? And it said, answer, if the offensive line is looking back at the quarterback.
Yeah. Jeez. So it's just, they ran right through him. Pretty much.
There was one that I showed you the video before we started of the
Spear.
the spear. That was pretty good.
By God. Yeah.
And some questionable, people call them questionable, but there was 2 hits from Alabama that were
Targeting, right?
they thought were targeting, but if you look at them, you really can't call targeting
The second one was more targeting, right?
on a guy that has the ball and is running
Is
at
that
you.
making that athletic move, right? Yeah.
He's not defenseless,
Right, because he has the ball and he knows what he's doing. He's not just
And-
standing there.
and the defender or the guy that's going to tackle you, our guy did not lower his head. He
Right.
turned his head to make impact.
Right.
And the Texas A&M guy lowered his head to brace for impact.
Right.
So he made it a helmet to
So,
helmet.
yeah, but that's not the
So obviously they didn't
defender's
call
fault.
it. And then
Yeah.
Texas A&M got a targeting call and he got ejected. So they were all up in arms about that.
Oh, man, it's rigged.
I text Eric about something later in the week and he replied back, hashtag targeting, hashtag not targeting. It was like totally off topic.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that was pretty funny. It wasn't targeting at all. And he was like, yeah, whenever they always refer to Birmingham on those calls, I always like to think that they're referring to me. I'm like, so you're Birmingham?
He's sitting there like, it's not targeting.
That's not, no.
That
Sorry.
one is. This isn't.
That last one? Yes.
Yeah, that was it.
So I picked in the pick'em score that I had was Alabama 34, Texas A&M 27.
Ooh, close game, man. What did I pick? I think I picked whatever. I don't know. I don't keep up with it.
Then Ohio State.
What happened?
It was very happy in Happy Valley.
Man.
24-21.
Penn State.
Pennsylvania State University.
Man, they crazy.
Michigan rolled over Illinois. It's not really that big of a
surprise
there.
Yeah.
Washington is handling business. That's kind of on par for. Didn't really see them in the very beginning of the season, but like I said, if I could wipe the slate clean on my playoff picks,
Yeah.
because basically I picked two teams that were in the same conference and didn't realize that.
Right.
Kind of did that off just spouting out teams.
Yeah.
I would replace Florida State with Washington now
Yeah.
and keep the other teams
Yeah.
because I picked originally Alabama, Clemson, Michigan, and Florida State, and
Yeah.
I would replace Florida State with Washington now.
Yeah. I wouldn't have guessed Washington in the beginning of the season.
No.
I would. No way. I had Stanford, and they're like under 500.
I saw an interesting debate on ESPN. The commentators were debating. The question was, would a one-loss Washington State get a playoff berth over a Louisville? A one-loss Louisville.
I would just say it depends on the quality of their opponents.
Because Louisville is most likely not going to win their conference championship.
Yeah, right.
And that would put two ACC teams in the playoff. It would be Clemson and
Louisville. Yeah.
And Washington, I think even with one loss, they would still be able to win their conference.
Right.
So they were saying it was a close game, Clemson versus Louisville. Mm-hmm. Do you give them the bump into the playoff or do you send Washington? And I'm saying...
You got to send the conference champ.
I say Washington.
Yeah.
Not just because, let's just always pick conference champions, even if they're like 7-7.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I say Washington.
Yeah.
Because Louisville
I would too. Yeah.
didn't make it.
Yeah. No, I would agree. I would think that the conference champ deserves more consideration. Otherwise, it's like, what's the point in the conference champ?
Yeah, unless, like I said, you're like at 500.
Yeah. No, you got to be like ranked and a decent record. So, yeah.
So I wanted to, I'll pull this up in a minute when we get to next week's games, but this is kind of funny that we're on college football and I saw this, but anyways, this week's games, last week's games, Houston and SMU. SMU beat Houston.
Yeah.
Houston is just going downhill.
Man, what happened, man?
I don't know. They were a playoff team, and now they're not.
Kid.
West Virginia's taking care of business.
Yeah, they're taking over the Big 10.
Big 10.
Big 12.
The Big 12 with
Big
10
12
teams.
with 10 teams. And then the Big 10 has 12 teams.
And I also heard the argument that, a West Virginia undefeated could get bumped because of the strength of the Big 12.
Yeah.
And I kind of agree with that. But, you got to look at the slate of other teams first.
Oh, yeah, true.
Because now if you give me Baylor undefeated, no.
Yeah.
Because Baylor is a team that, as a slap in the face to the playoff committee, says we're not going to schedule good teams and we're going to go undefeated and we dare you to leave us out of the playoffs. That's basically what they're saying.
Really?
Because they refuse to schedule any tough non-conference teams.
Right. Oh, yeah.
They've had the opportunity. They've had plenty of time to do so.
Yeah.
And they schedule teams that are Division II.
Wow. No.
I mean, if that's all you can get with the amount of time that you have, like if teams back out or circumstances, that's fine. But if that's all your non-conference is, no, don't talk to me.
No, yeah, that's lame.
Because, let me see if I can find them. Where's old Baylor? NW State. I'm guessing that's Northwestern State. What is NW State? Northwestern State Demons. Who is Northwestern State Demons? SMU.
Yeah.
Rice. Oklahoma State. Iowa State. Kansas, Texas, TCU, Oklahoma, Kansas State, Texas Tech, and then West Virginia.
Oh, it's like Washington. What?
So you want to tell me that Northwestern State, SMU,
And
Rice, those are good quality non-conference?
Very, very. Well, I mean, SMU beat Houston.
SMU's decent. I mean, as far as like
But that's not enough to...
the mid-majors, I guess you'd call them.
That's not enough to push Baylor over. Yeah. Well, we'll see. See how it goes.
Then we got one of the big shockers outside of Ohio State losing. Auburn pulling the 50 burger.
And they just would not let up.
I know I picked Arkansas, but that was just on like a flip of the coin type thing.
Yeah. I mean, I even think that on the pick'em thing, it was like Arkansas had the edge.
Yeah, I even said last week, I was like, that's dumb.
Yeah. It's like,
Why? Because I think you said that the pick'em thing had Arkansas at like 70%.
yeah. Yeah. It's like, geez. No faith. Yeah. No, that was a good game.
Well, at least for Auburn it was.
Yeah. Duh. For Arkansas, I don't know. I'll have to ask.
So I kind of want to revisit the whole turning point, crossroads point. What happens if LSU won that game?
Yeah, I know.
Les Miles
Yeah.
surging right now and
Auburn.
The Gus
on their
bus.
heels. Yeah.
it's being salvaged.
I don't know. That's a good question. I would like to go to the alternate reality for that one.
I mean, that's just what I think of.
Yeah, because it's 1 second. God, it's always 1 second with Auburn. No, but like one play, he didn't get the ball off in time,
And he lost his job
and that's it. Yeah,
and all this stuff happened. Can we rewind
What are
and
the
just like look and see what happens?
yeah. That'd be actually pretty cool.
Then Ole Miss is just slipping and slipping. Swag Kelly
I
can't stay off Pornhub.
Look at this man strolling on in.
Just knocking stuff over.
Oh my
I
god!
know we're in the middle of a segment, but we're gonna have to go ahead and
Get the wind blues. Music. Okay, you got me. I admit I'm a fiend for the green. Since a young day,
welcome.
eating Franks and beans.
Hammered?
Thanks for no, I'm not hammered.
Okay.
But thanks for having me tonight. Sorry I'm late.
You're late to your own house.
Well, the thing is we had a water pump or what I thought was a pulley went bad.
Yeah.
And now it's apparently to be a water pump. And then it was like 9:00 and we hadn't even eaten dinner yet. So
Man, where'd you go talk
it
about?
hurt. Now we went to Los Trejos.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like we're just gonna go there.
So you just had to have tacos no matter where you went.
Yeah,
That's it. Yeah, well, we didn't have tacos. I had this thing called an El Hombre.
What is
Is it-
that?
Or is it La Hombre? It's the Hombre.
What is it? Is that-
like-
Isn't that a hat?
It's pretty much like fajita meat
Yeah.
and everything and cheese all melted together with bacon.
Are you serious?
It's like so Americanized probably, but
Oh man, I'm gonna go get that.
it's good.
nice.
It's at the Trejos there. in,
Los Trojas.
Los Trojas.
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 Tros. Trajos.
So guess what?
What happened?
Navy is 5-1.
Are you guys still on? Wow.
No.
We started with
we
video
just-
games.
Yeah, we started. We moved stuff
The
around.
Navy is 5-1.
Navy is 5-1.
And who did they beat? They beat somebody worth beating.
Last week they beat Memphis.
Was it Memphis? No, there was somebody like 2 weeks ago that they beat. Wasn't it?
No,
Yeah, they beat. They beat. A
they haven't
ranked
played
team.
Notre Dame.
They
have they
beat a ranked team a couple weeks ago.
really?
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Are you going to Google it now?
We're
No.
googling.
I'm not.
Googling?
So next week,
No. Don't do that.
we'll do what?
That
Oh,
you can hear it.
next week is Michigan versus Michigan State. What do you guys think about that?
I thought that was like Iron Bowl time.
No,
that's
Oh, that's
Ohio
Ohio
State.
State.
Yeah.
Speak about Ohio State.
Yep.
That's
That's
losers, bunch of losers. Urban Meyer,
That's embarrassing.
you big dummy.
Well, that's what happens when you don't play good teams.
When you play high school teams.
outside of it. Yeah.
What are you watching, bro? Farmer
Water
Fran? What are you watching?
Nothing.
You set it up for something.
Maybe I did.
Okay.
So Penn State riding high off that win in Happy Valley versus Ohio State's going to play Purdue. And
Purdue.
Penn State's 5-2.
Really?
5-2.
I don't know their divisions, but are they in the same division as Ohio State?
No, I
They're
don't
not.
think so.
So they could possibly meet Ohio State again in the championship?
That was a pretty cool win for them.
Yeah.
I mean, it was set up for them. I mean, like they had it going for them perfect. Like Penn State, wide out game at home.
Well,
obviously, it was pretty sweet. They were wanting that.
Ohio State doesn't. They're not really. They don't play anybody as far as their competition, so they're not prepared.
Navy played Houston.
Was it Houston?
They beat them.
Yeah.
They're not prepared when it comes time for a team when they step up because they always have a target on their back.
Right.
Ohio State's a good team. They're loaded with talent, but they're not always in good competition. So when a team steps up to them and says, "Hey,
Kinda
we're going to compete tonight,"
Kind of like Auburn. How Auburn's gonna not step up during the Iron Bowl.
You take that back. Well, I hope they. It always ticked me off that the past couple of years, Mississippi teams have beaten the crap out of Auburn, and finally we're hopefully turning it around.
Okay.
And Chad Kelly's just like
Mississippi
beating the
State
crap
sucks
out
this
of
year.
us.
They got beat by South Alabama.
you never know. Chad
Yeah.
Kelly might put the laptop down and
I
decide
know.
to play.
I hope not. I hope he's still distracted. But yeah, so I'm really, really, really hoping that we kick the crap out of Ole Miss this weekend. Please.
Bama's got a bye week.
Oh, you're just what are you doing?
Yay! And then who they have next?
Corn dog U.
Corn dog. Yeah, there you go.
That's who?
It's at LSU.
It is in Death Valley.
Oh,
And I'm gonna have a word with their coach.
Now we win a kind of fuck all we go. That way I get a book all that man.
this is Ed Odron.
That's Ed Orgeron for you.
had to do it at least once.
Washington plays Utah this week. That
That's a good game.
might be a pretty good game for
Yeah.
the old
Huskies.
Pac-12.
Yeah.
Baylor and Texas. That's
Well,
eh.
it would have been, but I don't know
You
about
know.
that now. Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Wisconsin.
I don't know what to think about Nebraska this
I
year.
know, I couldn't-
They haven't really played anybody
Right.
to gauge them this year, so they're going to play Nebraska. That'll give us a pretty good feel of their team. Did I say they're going to play Nebraska? They're going to play Wisconsin. Wisconsin is going to probably let us have a good feel with their
Yeah, I don't
as far as
know.
competition
Like
goes.
that was the game that because I when in the pick'em I just go down the line, but like there's always one game that I'm like I don't know who to pick, so I'm just like I think I went with Wisconsin just because Wisconsin with the cheese
because of the badges.
badges, yeah. So that'd be a good game.
So what about the world's largest cocktail party?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I know that means
Florida.
drinks,
Yeah.
but whenever I hear cocktail party, I always think of the shrimp.
Yeah.
So I'm
That's
like,
what- that's
why
what
is
I
everybody
think,
eating
too.
shrimp?
Yeah. It's like it's not even played in a shrimp capital or it's Jacksonville.
It's just right at the border.
Yeah, it's like it's just Jacksonville. I don't know. I
Auburn is going to be playing Ole Miss, like you said.
think yeah. Please. Is that Ole Miss too?
You never
At
know.
least there's no cowbells.
Ole Miss has been on the receiving end of some
That's why
beatings, so they might be.
that's why I'm like, oh man. They're gonna be like looking for blood. They're out for blood now because they're on their heels and
You guys have similar coaches
Yeah.
that like to do similar things, except the only difference is Auburn's coach likes to run the ball.
right, yeah.
Ole Miss likes to pass.
Yeah. But I mean we've got a pretty decent defense now, finally. So
The thing about Auburn is last week they decided to start running the ball again.
yeah, and this week we get Kerryon Johnson back. So I mean he wasn't even playing. I didn't even realize that.
I kind of caught a little bit of this. Why was Gus Malzahn calling the plays to begin with? Why did he not have an offensive coordinator?
He did. I don't know what he was doing then. Like that confused me.
Because they said, that he finally
Let him
separated
take
himself
over,
and let
yeah.
Rhett Lashley call the plays. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Why do you have an offensive coordinator then? If you're, that's weird. I always assumed that he did do that.
That would be
that's
the
why-
same as Nick Saban saying, I'm going to call the plays on the defense over here.
Right. Why?
No,
You just manage the game. That's all you do.
you're the CEO here. You're just
People
overseeing.
report to you. Yeah, that's it. You call the timeouts.
I mean, granted, you might have a specialty on the team.
Right.
You like to, get hands on
Yeah.
or whatever. Nick Saban coaches the DBs.
right.
He's hands on to the DBs all practices. So
That's
his thing.
Yeah. So
offense I know is Gus's thing, but you don't want to be the man for calling the plays because you got to oversee the whole team.
yeah. So like and like I since I assumed that Rhett Lashley was the play caller, I was like, they need to fire him. Because I assumed that it was him that was doing that, but apparently not. So
Yeah, you got to delegate.
you can't manage everything. Stop. That's probably what their problem was last year. Whatever. Get over it.
Iron Bowl, Gus can start calling plays again.
I'm gonna say no to that. It'd be funny if that's the only game he did it. He's like, I'm feeling lucky today. Actually, you know what? It's totally the superstition, whatever. But so you know how he always wore a visor? Ever since they beat LSU, he's been wearing a hat, not a visor. And I'm just like, that's weird. Like, come on, we're on a winning streak, and he's wearing a hat now.
I think Les Miles, it's probably what it was for luck or whatever, but he always wore a jacket.
Yeah.
If you noticed that purple jacket.
Yeah.
And if it was hot, cold, he always had that jacket on.
Yeah. Yep.
The old grass eater.
Magic Man.
Tennessee plays South Carolina. I don't
Saints fest.
really see South Carolina doing much against Tennessee.
No. If they do, I'd be surprised.
And Texas A&M plays New Mexico State. I don't see Texas A&M losing another game this year.
No.
They have
Who do they have left?
New Mexico State, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, UTSA, Texas, San Antonio. And then they have LSU.
Okay.
LSU might be a good game.
LSU won, yeah.
But other than that, I don't see them losing another game.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
That's why I
I
said
think it's going to be a tight race at the end.
Bama needs to take care of business because we can't let them get a jump over us with
Right.
that on their schedule.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, we'll see how it plays out.
Will we?
Duber. Yep.
And finally, Clemson at Florida State.
The big game of the year. The game of the century for this week.
The game of the century.
I saw something last week. It was like, this is the current game of the century. It was I feel like it was on ESPN, but it might have been like something else.
Have they called another game the game of the century since the LSU game?
Every year they call one.
I haven't heard them call one.
Yeah, I've heard it. I've heard it somewhere. I know last year was.
I mean, I hear them joking about things, but I haven't really heard them call a game the game of the century since the 2011 LSU Alabama game.
I've heard them.
Because that game was hyped up since before the season started.
Yeah, I know.
It was like, oh, it's going to come down to the LSU Alabama game. So I'm glad Bama has the off week.
Are you?
It's not to the point where Alabama was, say, in 2009, where we were kind of licking our wounds going into the bye week after Tennessee had a blocked field goal that barely saved us. But it's at a good time, right before the corn dogs of Louisiana State.
Well, like corn dogs in here.
It's starting to smell it. I can smell Death Valley.
Beginning to smell. Piss? Smells like piss in here.
We expected, to have to play through a real storm. All right, and we did. Excuse my language.
Play the music. Get your hand out of your pants.
What? Ladies and gentlemen, get your hands out of your pants. Get up and dance.
It's time for big bed. Anyways, sorry.
So I get to pick since Brad picked last time.
Actually, you picked first.
Actually, you picked the last one.
I did because I went into redemption.
I know, so it's my turn.
But you picked first, so
That doesn't. It goes back and forth.
you let
right?
off.
Yeah, it's whoever
Fine.
starts off.
Well, you go first then.
Fine. I don't want to play your stupid game.
I thought it was whoever last picked.
Whoever last picked first.
Yeah, it's always first.
Stupid.
So you could end on anything. All right. Well, the categories will pop up eventually. There you go.
Play the music.
I'm trying. All right.
Play the music.
Go ahead.
Play the music.
Pick a category. Any category. Nothing.
Oh gosh.
There's just so many.
Sports.
Sports.
Play the music.
What type of animal is the mascot for the Oakland Athletics baseball team?
What's wrong, bro? So what's the answer?
So, Brad said chicken. Chris, you said seal. The correct answer is elephant.
Oh,
It is.
Yeah.
Roll Tide.
You set me up. All right, next question.
Why is it an elephant?
I have no idea. I didn't even know that, so I have to go ask him.
all right.
I thought you were going to say something like, what's that? What's the Phillies mascot?
The fanatic.
Yeah,
Philly
like
fanatic.
he kind of like shifted over and did it or something.
Oh, yeah. Like the chicken,
Yeah, the chick.
Huntsville
That's,
Star.
that's what I was thinking.
but it's like a roaming mascot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, let's do geography for 1700, please.
All right, here we go.
Play the music.
Should be easy.
Play the music.
In which U.S. state, that's the United States,
These here United States.
in which U.S. state would you find Stone Mountain Park? Play the music, please. Stone Mountain Park.
Did you put Alabama?
You're the only 10 I see.
Ah,
Get it?
Play the music.
All right, so you can stop playing the music. Brad said Tennessee. Chris, you said South Dakota. You guys have you never been there? It's in Georgia.
Well, damn.
It's the side of the mountain that's like a mural.
Well, I was thinking
Those generals?
stone, because
Well, yeah,
in South
I know.
Dakota you have Mount Rushmore. And
Yeah,
it's all
yeah.
stone. I was like, maybe that's...
I was thinking Sea Rock City.
Dang.
Man, what? What?
This is going to be a never-ending game tonight.
Yep.
Give me movie.
I'll give you a
You go to your easy ones.
You gotta fall back sometimes.
easy. You call that
You're getting
easy?
desperate.
You're getting desperate.
You're
I
getting
am.
desperate.
I'm desperate. You made me very desperate.
Please don't let it be about Star Wars.
Oh, please.
No Star Wars, please.
I don't think there's
And The Empire Strikes Back.
on you piece of junk. What a piece of junk. Okay.
Who says this?
Okay.
What a piece of junk.
In Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, what did the dwarves mine for? Play that music. I thought you said a cold, like a head cold. All right. Brad, you said gold. Chris, you said diamonds. I'm sorry, both of you are incorrect.
Cole.
It is nothing because in the movie, they never mind. They just danced and all that crap. I'm just kidding. It's diamonds.
Yes. Wow, I actually guessed that one. I don't know how I guessed that one.
Yeah.
I think I vaguely remember watching it where
You
like
saw like a diamond.
there's a diamond inside of one of the mines or something.
Goes
I've never
on and
actually
on.
seen it.
Yeah, it's
Oh, you're a liar, man.
I've
You were
never-
a kid at once. Everybody's seen it.
I've never seen. I've seen like clips of it, but I've never
Can
seen.
can we watch it with Charlie?
I'm not watching it. Well, I'm pretty sure I will eventually.
Can I watch it with Charlie?
That one's,
Can you watch it
That
with
one's
Charlie?
freaky. The witch is
Isn't that what whatever?
Maleficent.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Sleeping Beauty.
My parents wouldn't let me watch Snow White when I was a little kid because they.
Because you didn't have a
This
pot
is
to
a
piss
witch.
in?
I'm just kidding. No, I had a friend. Like I was playing it like when I was a kid. I would put it on TV, and I had some friends come over, and their parents got mad that they watched the movie
Really?
Snow White. I was like, that's got to be the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Because it was Disney movie or because it was Snow White?
because it was
Had a witch in it.
it had a witch in it, and they were like,
Religious.
Witchcraft.
I mean, yeah, they
Yeah.
attributed it to like she was casting spells from the devil or
Right,
something.
right. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've heard
maybe you could draw that in there if you want to go for a long shot, but come on, it's a kids movie. It's really not that deep.
It's not.
So, I know we moved away from college football, but I kind of want to.
Well,
No, we're not going back.
I'm not talking about it.
We don't
We're
have to
not-
talk about it right now,
no.
but I kind of want to drop this
Okay.
and let you guys do some homework.
Oh.
No.
It's interesting.
What is it? What?
So, we can talk about it next week, and hopefully Eric will be here for the
Ginger?
the ginger Titanus will be here for the
yeah.
the pre-
Titanus.
Titanus will be here for the pre corn dog episode. I've always wondered, since you brought this up, and I never noticed it till you brought it up, but why exactly is the Washington state flag? Why did that get started? Why is it at game day?
I don't know. And apparently it was funny because it was in Rio for the Olympics. Like it just pops up.
So why is that a thing?
I don't know.
So we can
That's a good one.
look into that and see what we come to the table with next week.
Yeah,
And
like the different theories.
yeah, I'm sure Chris will want to talk about, why corn dogs is a thing. Because
Yeah.
I know we talked about that last year, but we always forget. But we always talk about corn dogs.
We gotta know about them corn dogs.
But it's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. We have not given the topic box a reach around. So if you're new to the show, or if you have not made it, ventured, or completed the episode, this segment is the topic box. In the topic box segment, we have all contributed topics to the topic box. Some listeners have even contributed topics to the topic box. Each person pulls a topic, and we will all discuss the topic. And once we pull the topic and everyone's discussed it, we pass the topic box around, and the next person pulls the topic until everyone's pulled a topic. Now we have a few special rules. You cannot use your own topic. Of course, most importantly, going into November, no rodeos. And rule number 3, you must entertain the topic that you have pulled. So who is the box closest to? Justin, you've touched it, so you will pull the topic.
So it's who? Did you just throw something at me?
No, I didn't. I just hit the button and I pulled my hand up. Why?
I thought I saw something in the air, and I was like,
I did hit the button and I did
I
that.
was like flipping out. Let's see. Nope. I'm not doing turn to punch. I'm just kidding. No, I don't want to do that one.
You don't want to do that one?
I'm not doing that one. That one's staying in there forever.
Yeah,
Here we go.
You're
Got
not going by the rules, bro.
I am. Okay. This one is from a listener. And it says, opinion. No. Opinion on pumpkin spice everything.
Love it.
Oh my god.
Ah.
That's like a relatively recent thing, right? Pumpkin spice crap.
Ever since
Starbucks.
the invention of Starbucks.
Yeah. Okay.
Because they made it a thing.
Yeah, and now everyone's like, "Oh man, I got pumpkin spice this."
Oh my gosh, it's July. Better start getting ready for pumpkin spice.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait for the pumpkin spice coffee to come out.
I just rolled out of the pool. Better start getting ready for pumpkin spice.
Like pumpkin doesn't taste that good. I don't get it.
It's May. It's May. I'm starting to see memes about pumpkin spice coming.
Oh boy. And then you got the memes that talk about the memes coming.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean?
Brace yourselves.
Yeah.
The memes are coming about the memes.
Brace yourselves for pumpkin spice 2017.
Brace yourselves about the people complaining about pumpkin spice.
Exactly. We can go all day. Chris, what do you think about pumpkin spice?
I like it.
You do?
Yeah, man.
Do you go out of your way to get it?
Yes.
You do?
I do.
Where?
He likes to attract
I
white
get it
women.
at Mapco.
Really?
They've got a pumpkin spice latte.
Wait, which Mapco do you go to?
The Mapco there
You need to
on
know,
72
so you can go
and
there?
that county line.
Oh, that one. Okay. I go to the
No
one.
worries.
I go to the one on Jeff.
He needs to know so he can bait his trap. His white woman trap. His basic white woman trap.
Okay, so you get pumpkin spice and you get Mexican food. And I think you're
With
good.
a lot of cheese.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
It'll be like shooting fish in a barrel.
Man.
Fishing with dynamite.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. This is another listener submitted. Sony versus Microsoft versus Nintendo.
Well, Microsoft's been dominating the console sales lately.
Well, I'll say that I prefer Microsoft.
Okay.
I've had all the consoles. I haven't had a PS4. Had a I still have a PS3. I wouldn't be opposed to buying a PlayStation 4 if there was an exclusive that I wanted. I got a PS3 and played The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great game.
Yeah, I would get one. I'm not against it.
But my main console is going to be an Xbox because that's where everybody's at.
Yeah.
I have an established account. I know it sounds ridiculous to some people, but I don't like the achievements because, oh, look at my score. I like having an account where I can look at, say, okay, this is what I've played.
Yeah.
This is what I've done.
For
I can look
years.
back.
Yeah, right.
So it's on the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like going to PlayStation and playing something if it's on Xbox also, and I can accumulate it
Right.
onto
Yeah.
my profile on
Yeah.
Xbox, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, I get it. Yep.
So,
You got like one place that has it.
right. And the controller for
Yeah.
Microsoft feels great in your hand.
Yeah, they've optimized
That's
it.
what she said.
It does.
Oh man, you step on a duck?
You got two over there now?
Yeah.
And I think we've discussed this before,
Yeah,
but
Nintendo last week.
well, Nintendo last week, but
Oh.
as I accredited this to Eric, that Sony is a hardware maker. They make DVD players and such. So their stuff, their consoles, the UI looks like a DVD player.
Right. Yeah, it's not.
It's not very intuitive.
Yeah.
You look at the Xbox, they're software makers. So they know how to make user interfaces.
Yeah. That's their specialty.
But it's still not the best. I mean, I don't really care.
It's pretty good.
I'm just saying, like, it's always
got-
confusing. It's like you go to try to find everything you used before. They change it all the time.
Yeah, it's got
Stupid.
No, it's gotten better from the beginning.
Oh, beginning, it was a step backwards from the 360.
Man, it was like, what are you doing?
But-
Bring back.
But they've gotten to the point where it was at 360 and they've gone beyond. It's
Yeah,
better.
it's way better now.
So
Yep.
I say that Microsoft puts a better product out. The hardware, when it was released, may have been behind as far as power.
Yeah, but they caught up.
But when the Scorpio comes out, I'm pretty sure it's going to just be leaps and bounds better than
the Pro. The PS4
Is that
Pro.
Pro?
Yeah.
Why don't you just do what I do and only use it for like Netflix and
Oh, you can just get a
Apple
TV for that.
I've got a smart TV that does that. But
Well, yeah. See, there you go. You don't even need the Xbox.
And now Nintendo, I think, just needs to be a third-party developer.
Yeah, that'll never happen. But
They just need to make games.
they just need to
make games,
No,
right?
they need to just step into the competition because they've got the capability.
Nintendo. It's not a dig at anybody at either Sony or Microsoft, but I'm pretty sure Nintendo doesn't view them as their competition.
Oh, I know they don't.
Like they're doing their own thing.
They're a
gonna
family market.
They're going to do what they want to do.
I get that, but for me, if you're asking me,
Yeah.
I don't care about anything that Nintendo puts out.
Right.
That's my opinion.
Yeah. It's not like they put something out. You're like, oh man, I got to get that. I got to get that.
It's always Mario,
Yeah.
Zelda, Star Fox. It's their same thing over and over.
Yeah.
I mean, they're great at innovating, but their titles are very limited.
Yeah. And then the ones that they kind of go out on a limb on, people don't really take to those. They're always like, where's Mario Kart 10? You know, so.
No, I love Mario Kart.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah.
But I would love Mario Kart to be on the Xbox. I would love to be able to play Mario 64
Oh, man, that'd be
on
awesome.
the Xbox.
That'd be fun.
You know, just stuff like that.
Yeah.
This is another listener submitted.
User.
Submitted. Yeah, but it's Call of Duty versus Battlefield.
Nice.
And I cannot answer this because I've never played Battlefield.
Lame.
Well, since you can't
But I
answer
like
it,
Call of Duty.
Take that back.
you can pick another one since you've never played Battlefield.
You're gonna get me in trouble here. I'm gonna pick a dirty one on it.
Turd the punch bowl.
Yep.
Yes, that one is
yeah.
not gonna be done.
What does it say? Let me see it.
Says,
No, don't mention
Well,
that.
let me see it.
I don't even know where it is.
Oh, no.
It's that one right there. Let me see it.
Favorite childhood cartoon.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's a good one. Let's see. I like Scooby Doo.
Really?
That was my time. Yeah. Speed Racer was pretty cool. I remember watching them. It was like borderline anime, but
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I never realized that until later on.
Yeah.
That was like anime.
You're like, how weird. This is weird. This is anime.
I was like, why are their mouths moving weird? That Johnny Quest. You watch that?
Well, I didn't really watch that one.
Well, they would always have those.
It was like wasn't that like an offshoot of Speed Racer or something?
No,
Was it
maybe. I don't know.
Who knows?
What age? Like, what's the cutoff? What are we going to
10.
say? 10?
10 to 12.
Yeah, 10. Whatever. I know what you're going to say. Power Rangers.
Probably Power Rangers.
Yeah. Do you guys remember VR Troopers?
Yeah, I didn't.
What?
I hated that.
I can't.
I felt like that was a ripoff
It
of Power
was.
Rangers.
It was, obviously. Wasn't it by the same company, though? Like
I think so.
Saban?
Saban. Nick Saban.
I remember that show for some reason. And then mine would probably have to be, you remember the
Big Bad Beetleborgs.
the Spider-Man series?
The cartoon?
Yeah, like the 90s one.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, that one. I always,
Man.
every time they came on, I would watch it.
Yeah, I like that one. That's the one that I
That actually came on Netflix a couple of years ago.
still there.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah, I tried watching it. I
That's
was like,
the Spider-Man that I like.
Yeah.
That's why I know stuff about
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
me too. Yeah. That and, I mean, I watched X-Men, but not like as much as that.
I watched X-Men.
Da-na-na-na.
Yeah. And that's the reason why I know about X-Men.
Yep.
I liked when they were doing the Apocalypse series.
Yeah.
The only part about X-Men was it came on Saturday, so I couldn't watch it because I just was like, I'm not getting up for that.
Yeah.
Saturdays when I sleep.
Right.
Waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning to watch cartoons.
I know, right?
Who does this?
What's wrong with you? This was before DVRs, FYI.
Yeah, it was.
I guess you could have set a VCR up, but I mean, you were like first grade, so it's like.
So, speaking of VCRs, later on, might be really weird, and this is also, like you said before, DVR.
Mm-hmm.
I think you even saw this of mine, but I would make it just like a point to catch Dragon Ball Z because they played them in order.
Mm-hmm.
And if I missed an episode, I was like, dang it, because I would always record them on VHS.
Yeah.
Episode after episode, and I had them in order.
Oh, wow.
On VHS, and I had them up until about the end of the Frieza, maybe even into like Android, like in order.
They took like 2 years off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had them.
Wow.
And I had them numbered like on the side and everything. Episode 1 through whatever on this VHS.
Jeez.
And sometimes it would run out. In the middle of an episode. I'm like, oh crap. No. Another one.
Yeah. Oh, so you had something that bridged.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I tried to buy the same exact type of tape. I was like, no, I can't buy that one. I got to buy this type of tape because I had to have them all matching.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Toonami.
But then, all the DVDs came out, and I was like,
so
why do I have all these?
I don't need these
all
anymore.
that work for nothing.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like a hobby at the time. So.
Yeah, it was something to do. And then you could, but I mean, back then, you could go back and watch them.
Yeah.
So.
And I did quite frequently.
Yeah. I remember you were like, have you ever seen this show, Dragon Ball Z?
No, I don't have my balls dragging.
I was like, no, what is that? You're like, oh, dude, it's so cool. You got to watch it. You got to come over and watch it. Yeah. And I was like, all right, what channel is it on? Cartoon Network. Whoops.
Is he okay?
They're talking about Dragon Ball Z. He's going to break stuff.
Before we sign off, did you see that video that I put up on Facebook about the Dragon Ball Z website?
Yeah. Do
you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
That was on the VHSs when they were advertising for the website. They're like, remember the old Dragon Ball Z website? For some reason, I was walking down the hallway at work and that just popped into my head. And I was like, oh my gosh. Because me and Brian used to make fun of that all the time. I'm like, remember the old Dragon Ball Z website? No, not really, because I don't.
Yeah. I didn't have the internet.
Well, we don't know yet, but we might be getting Titanus back next week. Might be bringing them together.
Assemble.
Roger roll, Discovery.
So head on over to Facebook and give us a like. Follow us on Twitter. That's at Almost Saturday. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Leave us a review. Stream our episodes on Google Play Music. You can find us on the TuneIn app. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Any questions, comments? If you want to contribute to the topic box, shoot us an email, almosthalfway1@gmail.com. You can also post a comment to our Facebook page, or you can tweet us. For anything and everything, the Almost Saturday podcast, mosey on over to thealmostsaturdaypodcast.com. Episode 47's in the books. Got to think of a title for this one, because at this time, I don't have a title name. Title, whatever you want to call it. But until next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you for listening to the Almost Saturday podcast. Chris joined us a little late, but he made it. Brad and Justin signing off. Bye.
Bye.